He stood in front of me looking confused, as if he couldn't understand why his whole life had suddenly turned upside down. There was fear in his eyes, but also hope. I still remember that look. One small moment changed everything. That was the beginning of Enzo's story. A dog who simply wanted to be happy. When we first found ourselves in this new reality, everything felt incredibly sad. People saw danger in him without even trying to understand who he really was. He was forced to wear a muzzle every single day. He couldn't carry his ball, he couldn't pick up a stick, he couldn't do the things that used to make him truly happy. Every time I looked at him, my heart tightened because I could see how much this was affecting him. The media kept portraying pit bulls as something dangerous. They made them look aggressive and uncontrollable, like they weren't dogs anymore but weapons. And when ownership of pit bulls became illegal in the UK on December 31st, 2023, something inside me broke. I didn't know what to do, how to protect him, how to explain that he wasn't the monster people made him out to be. At first, he didn't even want to go for walks. I called him, but he just lay down and turned away. It looked like the world suddenly became too heavy for him. His joy disappeared, and the spark he always had began to fade. It tore me apart. It felt like his freedom to simply be himself was taken away. Around that time, I came across a job posting in Australia. I had never seriously thought about moving, but something pushed me to check the dog regulations there. And when I saw that pit bulls weren't restricted at all, it was the first time in a long time that I felt a little easier. It made me think that maybe we still had a chance. The next 9 months were the longest and most stressful months of my life. Paperwork, calls, inspections, approvals, transportation fees. In the end, everything cost nearly £11,000. There were moments when I felt like I was carrying the whole world on my shoulders. But every time I looked at Enzo, I knew there was no other choice. When the relocation agency finally delivered him to our new home in Australia, I walked outside and saw him standing in the crate. He heard my voice, lifted his head, and paused for a moment. Then he just exploded with happiness. He pulled on the leash, ran toward me, wagged his tail so fast it almost disappeared. It was pure joy, the kind you would go through anything for. He adjusted to his new home quickly. Every morning he came out onto the porch, looked toward the ocean, and it felt like he was checking if all of this was still real. His calmness became the clearest sign that we were finally in the right place. Our house is only 5 minutes from the beach, so now we walk there often. Enzo runs through the sand like a little storm, jumps into the water, sniffs every corner. He's himself again, and every time I see how happy he is, I know we made the right decision. Sometimes I think about those long months, the stress, the fear, the pressure we lived under, and honestly, I would go through all of it again. For him, for Enzo, who never asked for anything except love and the freedom to be himself. If you enjoyed this story about Enzo, make sure to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more touching and inspiring stories.